The largest reserve of water in our region is stored as snowpack. Metro Vancouver is developing a new way to measure it, updating an age-old tradition.
Historically, we've come out to sites that we've selected in our watersheds or near our watersheds, and we've measured in the same locations at the same times of the year for the last, in some cases, up to 85 years of record. It gives us a really good idea of what's happening at that particular point, but it doesn't really show us how much snow there is over the entire area of the watersheds. So part of this project is exploring new technology and seeing what tools are best for our environment.
One tool being used is LiDAR, where a laser beam is projected from a plane to the ground, then bounced back. It's done once in summer, then again when snow is on the ground.
We just subtract basically the two to get your snow depth on the ground. What we're trying to do is also validate how accurate this new data is. So we do need to get out there and measure repeatedly and compare our manual measurements to what we're seeing from the aircraft.
1, 2, 3.
We're using high-end GPS technology. We can then compare that point that we measure with a probe or a tube to the LiDAR and see how close they are.
Now, the snow measurements are more precise than the averages that have been the norm for past decades.
We're going to get a much better understanding for how much snow and how much snow water is available for the region. And we'll be able to pick out trends more accurately. So how is it changing over time? That's important for people to understand.
A more detailed understanding of snowpack is also important in wildfire management.
What do you want to see? The longer you have drying periods, the more extreme those dangers get. So the quicker the snow leaves, the quicker we're likely to get into high and extreme and have that high fire intensity. The more data that we have and the more work we can do, the better we can implement policies and do future planning.
Planning for the future by adapting to the effects of climate change is top of mind for Metro Vancouver.
Our mountains generally peak out at just over 1,500 meters. So if the snow line creeps up 100, 200 meters, there's not going to be much area for snow to accumulate anymore. So it's really important for me to be doing this work and thinking of ways to monitor and then also protect that resource for the region.